Yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm just gonna ramble on. There's no set purpose that I'm trying to make with this video, except consistency. I hear everybody talk about this R.Kelly situation. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it sound bugged to me. It sound crazy. And some of those things and most of those things that I've heard are not justifiable. You know, there's nothing to explain it with and stuff like that, but we gotta remain consistent. You know, I see everybody ridiculing R. Kelly about this and everything, and I'm not here to defend that man, but we've been hearing about Catholic priests raping these young boys, on top of raping these young boys, on top of raping these young boys. And I have not seen this much passion about those Catholic priests and how we should, you know, reevaluate the priest that's dealing with children, or reevaluate the people that's around. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard it at all, but it's like this mute R. Kelly thing is something that you guys are going so hard for. And it's like, where's the same energy towards that church, those churches? There was a situation where there were 11 Catholic priests that was charged with rape, molestation, and everything, and the judge chose not to release their names, to conceal their identity. For what? Like, what are you still protecting them for? What about those young boys that was getting raped left and right? Now, I'm not going to make this a racial thing, but these aren't no black Catholic priests that's raping these little boys. I mean, this is going to be a very controversial topic. You know, you guys might like it, you guys might not like it, you guys might think that I'm just trying to, you know, protect him, but it's got to be consistent. If you're going to hold another man accountable, hold all the men accountable for sexual abuse, for raping people and everything. And then the women that's coming out about it, you know, let's stay together as a society. Another thing is, a lot of people voted for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. More than 50% of the world voted for this man. And he has several sexual allegations charged against him. Like, it's on paper. More than half the nation has voted for this man to be the president of the United States. You don't hear the consistency among the people like, oh, you know, we should get him off. Get him off. You don't hear everybody on the same page. But you got this one man that obviously was in the industry, obviously was in the light. You know, he married Aaliyah. She was 15, he was 27. These aren't things that are just coming about. It's not like we're just finding out, oh, R. Kelly's bugged out. No, he's done some things that's very questionable, and I don't know what's the purpose of Lifetime, you know, making this video, this docuseries about him. What are they trying to get? But why not make a docuseries about how consistent it is that these old white men are raping these little boys? Why not make a consistency of, oh, you know, church is the place you're supposed to go for faith, religion, you know, find God. Instead, they're finding abuse, mental turmoil. They're going through life like really hindered. These are things that they really have to deal with for the rest of their life. They have to keep to themselves. And they don't come out to 20 years later saying like, oh yeah, I was raped by this man. This man took advantage of me. Like, if I'm going to church and I'm going to find the word of God, and you mean to tell me that a man is a sexual predator? Not only is he a pedophile, he's sleeping with me as a young boy. And where's the energy towards that? Why don't I hear, you know, shut down these churches, you know, speak to the Vatican, you know? Why don't I hear this? But I hear mute R. Kelly. Why don't I hear, why is the President of the United States not answering for these allegations? If it was somebody of color, I feel, these trials would have been sped up. These convictions would have been sped up. It wasn't one Catholic person. It wasn't two Catholic priests. It wasn't 3 Catholic priests. It wasn't one church. It was multiple churches. It was multiple priests. comparative to this of R. Kelly, it's like, okay, well, you know, R. Kelly is so nasty. And so, where's this energy towards these Catholic priests? Where's this energy at towards the President of the United States? If we go and stand up against, you know, sexual violence and, you know, rape and all these, hold everyone accountable. Everyone accountable. There's movie stars out here that was giving out HIV to other people, and we don't hear them getting ridiculed in it. First thing you hear is, okay, Bill Cosby this, Bill Cosby. That's the fastest I ever seen somebody get locked up. Why is it not publicized about these churches? On every bill you have, In God We Trust. So you can say, oh, it's not that big of a deal, and it's not something that we should be too worried. Yes, it should be. Yes, it should be. When you're going through something, when you're in pain, most of the people say, oh my God. So you mean to tell me this is not a big deal? This is a very big deal. And I wasn't going to talk about it because I didn't know what type of people I was going to hit, and people might be like, oh, well, you're being unfair to the women that went through this. I'm not saying whoever went through it. I have nieces, I have sisters, I have friends that I know and had to have dealt with this. And I know how serious it is and how mental tough you have to be to get past it and not allow it to affect you in the latter days of life. But you're going to sit here and tell me that you guys are not going to be consistent the whole way through? Nah, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You got to be consistent the whole way through. If you're going to hold R. Kelly accountable, make sure you jumping on those churches. Make sure you finding out what's wrong with these men thinking that it's okay sleeping with little boys. In that of a house of God. Things of this nature make a person not want to believe in God. Pull them away from God. This is what I come to church for. This is what I'm hearing. People that sitting at home trying to figure out, like, yeah, you know what? I feel like religion is for me. And they hearing, oh yeah, well, be careful because, you know, you might get your booty hole snatched by one of these guys that's in the pulpit. Like, that's not cool. I'm sorry, but I listen to R. Kelly. Like, you know, now you know, listening to the music, and now I'm wondering, like, okay, cool. He might have meant this towards this girl, and she was a young joint. He might have meant this towards another girl, and she was a young. I know the songs. You know, it's songs that I like. I don't understand him as a man. You know, I understand that. You know, I respect his craft, his work ethic. He has a beautiful voice. Copy, cool. You know, but the thing that's disturbing me is how hard everyone is going for R. Kelly. Like, okay, if that man is wrong, cool. But at the same time, let's attack all of it. Kill two birds with one stone. At this case, even the president. Get them all three. Yo, we'll answer for this, answer for this, answer for this. But nah, that passion, that energy, or R. Kelly this, R. Kelly, okay, I hear you, but somebody going to tell me about these priests? And make sure if you going to leave comments, make sure you talk about the whole topic. Don't talk about one thing. This is a very, very big and vast topic. And another thing is that a lot of women come out and they lie. And the women that really do go through this and really do experience it, you know, they don't feel comfortable enough about coming out about it because it's like, okay, you know, one person lies, and then I would hate to have gone through this, and then when I tell somebody about my situation, it's like, oh, are you telling the truth? You know how emotionally distraught you would be if you finally decided to tell somebody about your sexual abuse and they ask you, is it true? Listen, I don't wish this on nobody. You know, like I said, I haven't watched that docuseries. All I've been seeing is, you know, Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff, you know, social media, you know, YouTube and stuff like that. If y'all gonna hold R. Kelly accountable, hold these priests accountable. Hold the President of the United States accountable. You held Bill Cosby accountable, hold everybody accountable. But don't, you gonna mute R. Kelly? Okay. Make sure you hold that accountable for everybody else. Cause don't say like, oh yeah, this is new now. Don't. Make sure we holding everybody accountable. And I just have one question. This is just a random question because I like I said, I've never experienced it. But it seems so common now in this new day and age over the past couple of years that so many people are coming out 10, 20 years later. If anybody can let me know in my comments why this is, if you went through it, please help me understand, you know, from a different perspective or whatnot. And if it's like a your fault type of thing, that's what you're feeling, cool, let me know. Because right now I don't know anything about this. I'm not knowledgeable to this topic, but I really do want to know. I really want to be taught on this situation, you know, so I can prepare my young ones, you know, my friends and stuff like that, so I can do better. But I want all of us to do better collectively. Like I said, y'all saying mute R.Kelly? What about these Catholic churches that these little kids is raped at? What about the President of the United States?